And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Joining in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. It's Arizona and the Texas Longhorns.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we can see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
A look at Arizona's starting group. They've got Mitchell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Johnson, and it's Lewis in at the 5 spot. No good. And Texas the other way now. The Texas Longhorns been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
Now here's Johnson following the miss by Freak. Outside Lawson. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Arizona moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock, and he gets the bucket. Johnson's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for Arizona. And here's Texas. It's a 3-point game.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Doherty. Passes it to Jackson. Back to Doherty. The feed to Ellis. The dish to Jackson. Connects on the 17-footer.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lawson kicks to Lewis. Turner with the steal. Here's Jackson. Here's Ford. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Teams changing it up here. And here's Arizona now. They trail by 1. And it's Carter missing.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Edwards passes to Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. Now Goodwin. Carter dishes to Goodwin. Over to the wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. Carter on the wing. Lets it go with a 3. That doesn't go either for Carter.
And with Arizona, you know they are going to be competitive year in and year out. They do a great job of recruiting, and they always seem to feel the team ready to make a deep run in the tournament. Just a very consistent program.
Taking a look at Arizona. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Goodwin out there with Ewing, and it's Hollins in at the 3 at the 4 spot.
And when the size advantage is as...
1:11 left in the first half of the game. The key word with Arizona, Clark, is consistency. Always in the tournament, usually make it a few rounds.
Yeah, and typically there's a top seed is why they do that. Since '85, Arizona has only missed the tournament one time.
It's Jackson with the drive. From the line. And another miss by Texas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And here's Texas. Here's Ellis. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Johnson, a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
And Jackson with the block. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Arizona leads by 5. And don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Jackson in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4-man position.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And for Arizona, Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the point. Ewing's checked in for Mitchell. Jackson, he's in at point guard. Also Ellis out there. Turner is out there with Doherty. And it's Ford in at the power forward. Ewing kicks to Lewis. Shot clock at 6. Arizona needs to get off a shot. Lawson has the open look. They grab their own miss. Johnson, the pass to Ewing. Here's Hollis Jefferson, guarded by Ford. Lawson with it. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lawson. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. And now a 9-point Arizona lead.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And Arizona with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Taking a look at Arizona. We've got Johnson. Mitchell is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Landry in at the point guard position.
The turnover total in the first half, only won, but a totally different story here in the second.
Arizona leading by 8. And for Texas, Jackson is in at the point. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Warwick in at the 4 spot. Now here's Johnson. No one near Landry as he lets it go. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Here's Warwick. Over in the corner, Ellis. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And the Longhorns making a change here. Ford's checked in. That'll be a 5-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Knocks it loose. Jackson comes over with the double. To the paint. Out of bounds. Texas will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
We've got 1:48 left in the second half. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Jackson against Lawson. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Johnson attacking. And it's Ford with the rebound. Texas trails by 14.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Here's Lawson following the basket by Freak. Ewing a screen on Jackson. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. It's Ewing high post. 5 on the clock for 3. Lawson, no good. Now Texas takes it the other way. Here's Jackson. They get the rebound. Now Arizona with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lawson with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The screen from Ewing. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Shooting for the Longhorns.
On the free throw, no good. And here's Jackson. Off on that one. So Arizona wins it. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled.